It's Tonya with Life with Tonya, and I'm back with another 2 Cent Tuesday where I share my thoughts and opinions on trending relationship topic and issues that I came across while strolling around online. So here's the scenario, the storyline. He cheats, she knows, but she stays. And it's not because she's a weak woman or anything like that. She stays because she's comfortable, because she's safe. And of course, the lifestyle is unmatched. This topic came about because, like I said, I was scrolling around on social media and the internet went crazy over this story where a man was paying his side chick $1,000 every 2 weeks for her bills. Now, apparently the husband and wife, they were together for some time and it wasn't specified how long the side chick was in the picture. But in being nosy and analyzing the comments, it made me ask the question, is financial freedom worth his infidelity? So let's break this down. What does it mean to stay for the bag or stay for the financial freedom? Now, if you are single and newly dating or married, then I'm sure that you can testify about the unique challenges of dating out here. There's women out there who are tired of gambling away their youth, their heart, and emotions, only to discover that their man was for the streets. So most women, they traded luxury for love. Because the average man has connected his worth to the amount of money he makes. So a woman believes that if she can get luxury from him, then the love and loyalty will follow. And in some dynamics, it's an open secret. And for others, it's a silent sacrifice. And to give examples of what I mean of open secret and silent sacrifice, and hopefully I paint these pictures well so you guys can know what I'm talking about. But let's start with the relationship of Young Miami and Diddy, for example. That was just the first one that came to my head. So it was no secret that, Sister Girl was about her bag. She started off high and only had intentions of going higher. And I really believe that the only reason it ended was because of all the drama with his legal issues that became public. So this is my example of what would be an open secret. The situation is obvious that, she was there for the money, but for moral reasons related to children or family or image, she couldn't just go around boasting to people that, yeah, girl, I'm just here for the money, or, whatever the slang is. But when I think about silent sacrifice, I think of that grandmother who knew that grandfather had at least 2 or 3 other families in the community. But because she had no education or work experience, she had to endure the cheating and beating in order to get the bills paid. And of course, resources for the kids and stuff of that sort. So I call that type of dynamic a silent sacrifice. Now, neither of the women represented in these examples are considered fools. They are certainly not blind. They just recalculated the cost of love. So let's take a deeper look as to why women choose this path of financial freedom over infidelity. A woman may come from struggle. She may have watched her mom or aunt suffer in poverty, and her mom was faithful, loyal, loving, but broke. And as an adult, she attracts a man who provides. And when that woman attracts this man that provides for her, he provides everything. We're talking the mortgage, the luxury trips, the fancy car, princess lifestyle, whole works. Then one day out of nowhere, she finds out that her man is cheating. And this example is pretty similar to my childhood and young adult years. Like I shared before, my family wasn't rich, but they earned just enough to provide for our basic needs. So when I got in my first relationship, I was in my 20s. And the guy provided me with the lifestyle accessories that I could not afford on my own. And eventually we moved into our first apartment together. And life was great, so I thought. And then when I first learned that he cheated, I spent a long time in denial because if he was spending all of his free time with me and all of his money on me, then how could he absolutely afford the time and intention to cheat, right? But not to go too much into my story, because you can read more about it in my book when you click the link in my bios or my description and learn more about my trifling stories from there. But when going back to other women who are also represented in these scenarios, what eventually happened is, women who get swept off their feet with money and gifts and now having to deal with the consequences of a man that is cheating on them, the consequences usually mean to end the relationship and walk away. And you're walking away from your financial comfort, that protection, and general security. And so because of that whole traumatic experience that I'm sure other women have partaken along with myself, I believe that women are starting to ask themselves, can I live with the betrayal in exchange for stability? But here are where things get a little blurry. Some women consider this type of behavior empowerment. They like to believe that they are in control of a man's wallet, or at least I did, because again, I had no idea that he was spending all this money on me and whining and dining me and then also cheating on me. So some women like to believe that they are in control of a man's wallet. So they tell themselves, he cheat, I spend, that's the deal. But now other women, they may feel quietly broken inside. Their lifestyle looks glamorous, but the betrayal still cuts deep and strips away of their confidence and security. Now, as a single woman in these dating streets, I watch several relationship influencers to stay hip and trendy on what to do and what not to do. And one of my favorite relationship influencers to watch is Sheer7, also known as the Sprinkle Lady. Now, Sheer's content is geared toward women securing the bag. I believe she doesn't even refer to herself as a relationship influencer. But instead, I think she refers to herself as a financial advisor. And so her whole platform is basically set to encourage women to date and marry according to the lifestyle that you want, and to leave your heart and emotions out of it. Now, I'm not going to lie. 20-year-old me should have had a Sheer7 around to listen to at that time. Because I believe it probably would have saved me a lot of heartache and embarrassment and other trifling things that you read about in my book if you buy it. But now that I'm a little older and more kingdom-minded, I believe in letting God do his job, so I'm trying to not interfere and to avoid as much heartbreak and embarrassment as I possibly can. But to the woman that's choosing herself, or the woman that's choosing luxury over infidelity, Sheer content may suffice. But other women may say, I'll never stay with a man who cheats. And so they step out in faith and choose to start over, struggle in finances and loneliness because nothing is worth the cost of her peace. Or there's more women who may say, let me build my own financial freedom so I will never have to deal with betrayal for the sake of survival. Because the truth of the matter is, no woman should have to tolerate infidelity or relational abuse for the sake of financial freedom. So whichever side of the coin that you're on, or whichever game that you're playing, if you're trying to secure the bag, but, have a cutoff point. Know your limits. When things start getting physically or emotionally abusive, know when to cut it off. And of course, stay safe. Because your physical and your mental health will eventually pay the price for the type of lifestyle that we live. Whether you're trying to secure the bag or whether you're trying to build your own financial freedom so that you don't have to depend on a man to build it for you. And so my additional advice is, before involving yourself in these type of relationships or staying in one, consider the psychological effects of these type of relationship environments will have on your children. And if you don't have any children, then consider the psychological effects these type of arrangements may have on yourself. And as always, this space is not designed to judge anyone. It's simply used as a space to share your 2 cents on trending topics and issues like myself. Now, back to the original story. I believe the woman in this story, she announced that she was filing for a divorce. And if you do come across this video, please know that my prayers are with you as you heal through the betrayal, and may God bless you through any financial setbacks that you had to endure for putting yourself first. And for others of you, if you made it this far, please deposit your 2 cents in the comments and let us know, would you choose luxury over loyalty? Or is comfort really worth the compromise of a cheating spouse? Or is peace the real prize, regardless of the price tag? So don't forget to let us know in the comments below, and make sure you like and engage to support my monetization efforts, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see what we talk about next. Until next time.